our records will be definitely shoot up, and everybody in our college will be a brilliant student. So by analyzing the data, they are coming to that value. And when the 1 year they spend their time on those students, the result will be yes, positive. Then they say yes, we are getting the right information, right value from the data which we get from the colleges. Okay, so this is the I almost second last slide for me now. Cloud computing. So as of now, you see that everything which we discuss is basically on the internet or on the cloud or on the data part. So cloud computing basically when you store something on the cloud, and nowadays it is very much important. How and why I'm saying this thing? So now tell me, if you're using your Gmail, let's leave it example of Gmail, Google Drive. Can anyone tell me that where of the data, where is the data where Google Drive is saving now? It is not on a phone, it is not on a desktop, it is not on a laptop as well. So where is that data? That data is actually on the cloud, where it is actually is stored. And what is the meaning of the cloud here? And why the term cloud came? So cloud says is the network or the internet. Very simple, very simple. In simple word, cloud is something which is at a remote location. It means you cannot see that where it is be stored, but you can see your data. Cloud can be provide services over the internet on the public or private network, LAN, VPN, and LAN. So if I take a normal example, when nowadays when you go to maybe a lot of very less people go to the campus, or not campus basically, cafe, that internet cafe. So now the people don't have a CPU on the place. They just have a TFT screen on the place, a keyboard and the mouse. Then where's the CPU? They say my CPU is on the cloud now. A small setup is given to you to run that particular portion. The components is required. They installed in their TFT, or maybe they put some small box in the screen, but they don't have the hard drive into the CPU. They say my hard drive is on the cloud now. And how you can access the hard drive? By the LAN, VPN, or the these things. So now your email, web conferencing, customer relationship. So now as Akash is recording this session now. So where it is going to be stored? It will be stored into this computer, but he can move that particular recording into the drive as well, from where I can pick up. So this, where's the drive? It is not neither in my computer, my phone, neither on the Akash computer, Akash laptop, or the Akash phone. It is on the cloud now. And AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, are one of the cloud service provider who is providing the services for the clouds. So what is okay? So I missed one thing. Cloud computing is the way delivering the computing services. You can use cloud as a server to store the server storage, databases, networking. For anything you want to do, you can put on the cloud now. And that is the reason I say that if I go to this particular slide, okay, one slide more. Okay, so when I say IS, that is the cloud I'm saying. Cloud is giving you infrastructure as a service. Use my cloud. Don't worry. I'll make sure everything will be working for you. You can develop your stuff on the place. You can develop your stuff on the cloud. You can start using the cloud as your platform and start building your applications. You can use inbuilt cloud services, like I'm giving the 10 GB space, and I'm giving one server for the for application. Go and use that part as a services for me. So you can use these things as a service. Okay. So this is called the cloud computing. So Amazon Web Services is the one of the Amazon, the one of the service provider of the cloud now. So they say use my services and you can build your own application. So it's a cloud service from the Amazon which provides service in the building blocks. These building blocks can be used to create and deploy any type of the application on the cloud. So by using these buildings blocks, basically using these small clouds, you can build anything. You can create or deploy your application. So if I create my Gmail software, I can deploy into the Amazon Web Services. I'm sorry, Amazon Cloud as well, so that anyone who is using my service can their data should be stored into that particular place only. Okay, so Amazon provide me the compute services. storage services, content and network services, database services, deployment services, and the messaging services. So maybe these words are very heavy at point of time. That is, I'm not going to detail of these topics. You can just see, read these terms, and you can, when you start reading the Amazon Web Services, you can be learned into the deep of this particular service in these components in detail. Okay, last one is very much important. So, how many of you actually know about the Bitcoin? Answer will be approximately 50%, 70% people say, yes, we know about the Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is like a cryptocurrency for me. The person who has just one Bitcoin at point of time, at given point of time, he was a $1 billion person because the value of the Bitcoin is very much high. But how that Bitcoin actually work? It is a cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency means like, okay, normal example. So like we have a note, we have the, I say that we have the coins as well now. So it is a physical format. But now time has become that from physical format we have to go to the digital format, because if someone take your money, your note or your coins, you will be in the loss. But it is very hard to take a Bitcoin to get a Bitcoin from my account to your account unless I initiate a transfer for the Bitcoin transfer from my account to the your account. So Bitcoin is the one which is built on the technology called the blockchain. So blockchain says basically, so if you say this is one of the block, right? So when this block one is related with this block, there should be some relationship, and they work on the. So this is called the Bitcoin is like a, sorry, blockchain is like a spreadsheet. It means okay, I'll take a normal example first, then I come to this slide. Suppose I want to transfer some amount to Dr. Radhav, Dr. Madhav. Okay, so I initiate a transfer of 500 rupees. That 500 will be into the blocks. Will be on the network. It will be converted into the blocks, and every block will be represent a kind of a sorry, every block represented a transaction. So like 500 will be maybe Dr. Madhav name will be in the blocks. Then 500 will be in the blocks. My account will be the blocks. Dr. Madhav account will be in the blocks. So these things will be the transaction. Then there was one network, node of network, where these blocks will be interconnected with each other from the basis on the logic has been defined in the background. And then these blocks, when everything has been put one at a place, so suppose I say that transfer rupees 500 to Dr. Madhav. So these six correct, sorry, these six words will be divided into the blocks and become a transaction. These blocks will be in the broadcasted where the some network will be there, where the some logic has been defined in the background with a hash, and once they will be combined again and added to the block. So if I say that this sequence is Dr. Madhav, this is rupees 500, this is for the transfer. So when all this has been clubbed, then it transfer my money to the Dr. Madhav's account. So this is the way that a transaction has been verified, and people are saying that it is very hard to hack or the break the blockchain logic, because what happened that blockchain is work on the hash function. So I am sure that if you study data structure, in data structure we have a topic called the hash, and how the hash work. What is the hash? Basically, hash is a combination of alphanumeric, which is a uniquely created and help each and every transaction to be built up. So when I click enter on my laptop and another click on enter my laptop, and it go to the network. So hash from my laptop will connect the hash of the network and become a new hash. Then it go to the gateway, it become a new hash. Then it go to the another gateway, it become a new hash. Then it go to the Dr. Madhav's account, it become a new hash. So every place the hash has been changed accordingly, and there has been a logic has been mentioned into the background by which this has been worked. And it has been said that blockchain update the itself every 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes the hash has been updated. So it is very hard to hack or break the this encryption of the blockchain at point of time. And this is the way that blockchain is working. Okay, so next one is the agile. It is not a technology, it is a methodology. Basically it is the way that how you can implement your stuff. So now you can see that if I take a normal example, maybe Dr. Madhav discussed this thing with the principal, sir. Sir, let's start some sessions for the students, maybe for the first year student first. Then Dr. Madhav interacted with some of the higher authority, or maybe the technocrat into the on the LinkedIn, and say, can you take a session for my fresher students or my first year student? People say yes. The session go very well, but he learned something new. Then he say, okay, I learned something new. Let's put the second year student as well. Then put the third year student as well. So this is the they're using the agile way. They're not starting the session for everyone on a given time. They learn the things from the one by one, or maybe they start with the third year, second year, and the first year. And now after getting a lot of experience, they say, sir, let's put everyone in the one session only. People can, we see from the past instances that students are listening, they're learning the things on a very good manner, so they can be do this stuff. We can include everyone in the single session now. So by this way they are using the agile, and by adding one cycle, two cycle, three cycle, they are using the sprint. So basically it's a very high level at point of time. You can get a little bit overview from this diagram, or the little bit on the YouTube or the Google, that what is the agilement and how you can use that particular stuff. But it is purely a methodology, it is not a technical part. So these things you learn from the experiences always. And the last is basically ITSM. So when you want to start something, so again, I take example for these sessions only. First, principal sir and Dr. Madhav build up a strategy that if COVID-19 lockdown is for the next 1 month, so let's have a strategy. Let's have it 3 sessions in a week. Then they design first week, first day, first week, third day, first week, fifth day. So design something. Okay, first year, second year, third year, mechanical students, electronic students, computer students. Then this is the transition is going on, that I am transitioning my stuff to you. And operations, maybe tomorrow sir can take a quiz with you guys on the online. Okay, what you learned from the Atul sessions, what you learned from the X person sessions, and from that they will get something, and they will do the again improvement. Okay sir, now we have done this thing, let's take someone from the IIT, or maybe the IM from the management student as well. So by this way they are putting the stuff onto the place, but they are using a methodology called the ITSM. They are having the strategy, designing, transition, and the operation part. So now I'm almost done from my end. So before I say that it is over to you, you can learn the things from these two websites. Swam is one of the government website, and Coursera. So there's a lot of courses available for the technology which we discussed just now. So you can download or you can learn online from these websites. These websites have a lectures or the sessions from the very high levels professors or the PhD holders, who are putting their sessions or the recordings or the documents, so that people can learn from the things. And now it's time for the feedback and the question and answer. So it's over to you, Dr. Sir. If people have any question, any doubt, they can ask.
Thank you so much, sir. Guys, if you have any questions, please put it in a chat box. Students, if you have any questions, please put it in a chat box. Hemant sir, are you there? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, any questions, sir?
Hello. Yes, sir. I'm in.
Yeah.
Hello.
Any questions, sir? Hemant sir, any question?
Atul sir.
Yes.
How will you please put some focus on Git and LinkedIn profile? Which important points we should prepare for the LinkedIn profiles we should maintain? The student should maintain.
Sure, sir. Sure. So one thing which is important, that nowadays, if you want to connect with the people, LinkedIn is the best place to connect, guys. So remember one thing, that if you don't have a LinkedIn profile at point of time, it is very hard for you to get a job. I'll not say get a job, basically to connect with the people, because in LinkedIn profile you have to mention that what things you know and what profile you're looking for actually, if I say. So like me and Dr. Madhav connected over the LinkedIn only. So I saw his post over the LinkedIn that he's be working as a Maha training and placement officer as a governance body, one of the governance body person. So I connected with him. Then we interacted with each other. He see my profile. He say, okay, Atul sir, you have a good experience in this. Can you come in my college and enlighten the students with the education or the other stuff as well? So very much important from me, guys. I quote this example every time that suppose you have a phone. It can be Android, it can be a your iPhone, but all depends on the network. In the same manner, either you have a MBA degree, MC degree, or BTech degree, all things has been depend all things has been depend only on the network. If you have a strong network, then it is easy for you to interact with the people and to get a desired job as well from in the market. So please, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, start building your LinkedIn profile. Put the things which you know, and also put the things which you want to learn, so that people can guide you that okay, you can learn these things, you can learn these things, this is the way you can learn. So nowadays I am helping everyone on the LinkedIn. If someone come to me and ask that, Atul, I want to do these things, so if I know the best way, I can guide them. So one thing very much important, please build or create your these things, I what I say, LinkedIn profile. Connect with each other, connect with the doctor sir, Dr. Madhav sir, and other your professors, connect with their connections as well, so that when you are going out from the colleges and you need some job, even though if you get some job and you want to be move forward, then LinkedIn will be the helpful for you guys. Sir,
Yeah. Sir, there are some questions in chat box. So I'll read for
I'm
you.
open there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first question is it necessary to learn all the technologies?
No.
And yeah,
Okay, sir. I'll take one by one. So, guys, it is not necessary to learn each and every technology. The main thing is that you need to be know every technology at least as a basic part. And on one technology, you should be a master.
correct.
See, you very clear on this part. Nowadays, you are a fresher. Okay, but every company say that my fresher should know all at least these technologies. So, like if I take example, IoT, AI, RPA, these things at least you should know that how this technology actually work. Not to be a kind of a master in that one, because it take a lot of time, it require a lot of experience. But if you know these things, the basic, that how this can be done or how this can be implemented or how this can be worked, then it is easy for you to get into the market.
Hello, Atul sir.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah, there is a very important question from mechanical students. How
Mhm.
mechanical students can get migrated in IT industry? What technology they should learn? Like,
Okay. So basically, if I understood correctly, basically from my perspective, mechanical students is the one who basically work on the machinery part, right? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Okay, or
yeah,
maybe you, because you are the mechanical students, you know that other than machinery also you have something to be work upon. So like I take example IoT. IoT needs everything. It needs your sensors, it needs your machines as well, and then it needs your technical stuff like big data, clouds as well. And by learning the IoT, you can move to the IT stream as well. So you have the good experience in the machines. You have the good experience in the that how to build that machine, how to